Jeff Howell writes, "You seem to have more insider information than anyone else and it all seems credible. I was curious though, you said in a previous episode that you're not a fan of someone being recommended to Godfather a franchise, like Whedon with the Avengers. You mentioned this when someone recommended that Nolan Godfather the DC Universe. My question is that, don't you think it's wise to have one brilliant mind helming a project of this magnitude? Doesn't it promote continuity and make it more likely that movies outside of one or the other coincide with the universe as a whole? I was a fan of the Nolan Godfather suggestion, and if not Nolan, then who? And if no one, why not?"
Yeah, this whole Joss Whedon, when they said that Joss was going to actually be godfathering the Marvel Universe, I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about what that means. A lot of people think that there's some big executive office at Marvel where Joss now sits in a huge golden throne that looks like something, off of Asgard. And he is personally directing and giving all the guidance to how all the Marvel movies should go. And that's the perception of what godfathering means. In reality, Whedon has almost nothing to do with the other Marvel films other than Avengers. He just said himself, he was talking about Iron Man 3. He said, look, that I had nothing to do with it. That was all, them. That was all them. That was not me. I gave a couple suggestions here and there, but that's it. That is completely their movie. And that's the same approach that they've taken with the upcoming Thor. That's the same approach they're taking with the Captain America. Joss Whedon, while godfathering, is actually completely hands-off. He's really not doing anything. So really, this term godfathering is just something we've kind of made up. He's modestly consulting. He is modestly consulting. And if we understand what this role really is, that it's really a modest consultant, then I've got no problem with a guy like Christopher Nolan hanging around Warner Brothers and, giving his 2 cents here and there. As long as we understand that there's not some omniscient godfather sitting on this golden throne who's actually in charge. And that's what a lot of people are thinking about when they talk about get Christopher Nolan to godfather the DC universe for Warner Brothers. They're actually thinking about him sitting on a big throne being in charge of everything. And that is a terrible idea. That's an absolutely terrible idea for several reasons. Not because it's Christopher Nolan, because if you're going to do it with anybody, why not somebody like a Christopher Nolan or a Steven Spielberg or a Joss Whedon? But the position itself is ridiculous because here's the thing. Who are you going to get to direct a Green Lantern movie? Let's say, Chris, they create this high and powerful, almighty Oz position for Christopher Nolan. And now you're making Green Lantern that he's not going to direct. Who are you going to get to direct it? Seriously, what decent director worth anything is going to agree to come into a movie where he's not the one in charge on that set? Now, like I've always said, directors should work with the studios. That's got to be collaboration back and forth. But ultimately, the person in the captain's chair is that director. Do you think a Darren Aronofsky is going to come in, somebody of the caliber of a Darren Aronofsky will come in and agree to direct like a Green Lantern? It's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not actually in charge? You mean that guy is actually in charge, is going to tell me what to do? Bye. See you later. Even in an environment like this, like I run AMC Movie News. You think I'm going to stay in this job if somebody from Kansas, that's where AMC's head offices are, is going to call me every day and tell me what to do?
Nope, he's not.
Bye-bye. I ain't sticking around. And that's why AMC is so great, because they don't do that. And that's why Warner Brothers is great, because they're not going to do that. So I'm all for this idea of maybe having somebody on, to consult a little bit here and there and give some ideas. But no, don't create a godfather position, because what you're going to do is all the best talent is going to stay away from you. They're not going to be involved and they're not going to get on board with you. So just stay away from that. And that's why I don't like it. But like I said, if you're going to do it, which is stupid, but if you're going to do it, then sure, why not somebody like Christopher Nolan? But it's just a bad idea to start with.
Hey guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and will keep you up to date on all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC Movie Talk Show. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to find out about our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.